What if being great at something as simple as a video game, you would be the chosen one? You don't have to have a dad who's a Jedi. You don't have to do anything specifically heroic. All you have to do is to be great at an arcade game, that you get a chance to leave Earth to protect the universe.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
The Last Starfighter is that movie. I think we were 6 or 7 when this came out, and from the time we saw it, it reached us on a whole other level that no other movie had done at that time, excluding Star Wars, of course. I mean, this movie wouldn't have been made possible without Star Wars. I'll be the first to admit, The Last Starfighter isn't a great film. It's not even a perfect film. It's flawed. It has the traditional formula of the 80s kid stereotype, who's thin, handsome, he's a nerd, but not quite a nerd because he's still cool. He's an outsider with his friends because he seems to be the only responsible, mature one, and then he gets thrown into an unbelievable odds to save Earth and the universe. But with all that aside, it is a very, very good film that has gobs of fantastic ideas in it. Wore its visual references right on its sleeve. It's very obvious where they took many of their ideas from. However, that's not a bad thing, because it allows it to take these moments from other movies. I mean, there's noticeably has a lot of ideas from Star Wars and Star Trek. But rather than just making them better or improve on them, instead they used them and turned them upside down, flipped them around, and turned them into something new, fresh, and sometimes unique. Where other movies have taken those ideas from Last Starfighter and used them in their own movies, and it's even felt in today's cinema. It also has some beautifully crafted shots and fun, crazy little moments between characters that's very heartwarming. What we love so much about this film is that there are just so many awesome, iconic scenes and characters in the movie, from the mixed race of aliens. I mean, Greg, who could forget that guy? And his relationship with Alex becomes very heartwarming by the end of the film. The great Robert Preston as Zentari and his eyeballs. Yeah, he takes off his face and his eyeballs inside a flying DeLorean. Okay, it's not really DeLorean, but I mean, come on, who can deny the resemblances here? Who could forget that brain melting scene that traumatized us at 8 years old seeing that? And the beta unit, a fantastic idea. This is something that they took an idea from something else and rebuilt it into something new. And that awesome baddie Call, who's there sent to kill the beta unit, who transports himself into a hitchhiker from the arcade console. I mean, all this stuff is the stuff of nightmares when you're 6 or 8 years old, and it's awesome stuff. You have the Frontier, again, something taken from other films, but just made more awesomely and awesomely. Awesomely, is that a word? If not, I just made up a word. Awesomely. Use it. One of our favorite scenes in the film is the Comet Cavern, where they are being chased down through these infinite caverns in a comet. Just a great scene. And yes, of course, the Death Blossom. It's just great and has been made as the iconic scene in the movie. I mean, every nerd knows what the Death Blossom is. The amazing detail of the Gunstar looks great. The characters were awesome, likable. We got some amazing dialogue like this.
One ship, you, me, and that's it?
Exactly. Zero thinks you're still on Earth. Classic military strategy. Surprise attack.
It'll be a slaughter.
That's the spirit.
And of course, the greatest before they die line from a villain ever in film history.
What do we do? We die.
What do we do? We die. Sure, the story is simple, and we've seen it before, but it's so well done and compelling, it becomes its own movie. And I'm sure if someone with the right passion remade The Last Starfighter, this would be a start of a whole new franchise today that honestly I would love to see. The Last Starfighter is a staple of our youth. It's a treasured classic, and this is why we chose it as a Flashback Flix. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed my little rambling on there about one of my favorite movies, The Last Starfighter. If you haven't seen it yet, do yourself a favor, check this movie out. But now I want to hear from you guys. Do you think The Last Starfighter is a movie that should be remade today? Let me know down below in the comments section. Down there, right there. Stay tuned next week as we're going to have another episode of Flashback Flix, and Sunday we'll be having another Lost Cinema Sunday episode. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, and we'll see you in the future.